Well, as we've heard, the Prime Minister has announced additional funding for drought-affected communities, with 60 councils across 3 states being given an extra $1 million each. The devastating effects of Australia's unprecedented drought are spreading further through the eastern states, with coastal farmers now suffering as well. On the New South Wales Mid North Coast, time is running out for a group of growers from the Sikh community to save their crops.
The home of the big banana has actually been berry country since the turn of the century. 80% of Australia's blueberries come from the Coffs Coast, and while the paddocks look prosperous, don't be deceived by the seas of green. Growers here are in drought.
It's very hard at the moment. Everything looks green on top, but when you dig down deeper, it's very dry underneath.
Sid Sidhu could lose up to $500,000 in his berry investment due to the drought. He and his sons are making better return on their cucumbers, which are grown in hydroponic houses and don't rely on natural rainfall or soil. But their water supply is severely depleted.
We're suffering right now. We're starting to already cut water. We're starting to think about pruning our berries, some blocks, so we can conserve some water. If we don't get rain in the next month or 6 weeks, we're going to run out of water. Full stop.
The Sidhus are one of 150 farming families of Sikh faith in the town of Woolgoolga. This community has bolstered the local and national economy since the early 1900s. Gurmesh Singh is a third-generation farmer, and his blueberries aren't growing to their full potential as the fruit enters its seasonal peak. And with minimal rain and limited access to runoff water, it may prove too difficult to turn a profit.
We've got enough water at the moment for irrigation, but if we start to see a really dry spring, which is pretty usual for this area, we might see those supplies start to dwindle.
Michael Singh's 30 acres are home to one of just a dozen banana farms left on the Coffs Coast. The drought has hit him hard. Michael expects to lose up to 40% of his return this season.
In the last couple of years, we've actually gone through a bit of bad weather and dry weather, and the plant under stress.
Unlike blueberry growers, banana farmers don't have as many options to deal with the dry weather. These bananas can survive with irrigation, but won't thrive unless there is natural rainfall. And if the drought continues, the impact on these crops will be felt for seasons to come.
We can't really do much. So it's going to get set back for starters, and then we can't look after the plant the way we should. So the quality is going to drop. And you'll see it on the fruit.
There is a shortage of skilled labour across the Coffs Coast. Farmers are desperate for government incentives to entice locals to work for them, as well as some practical solutions.
So that includes kind of licences for more on-farm storage, allow us to collect more of the runoff on our own properties. So at the moment there's a limit to how much water we're allowed to keep.
A plea for practicality as growers pray for rain. Omar Dabbagh, SBS World News.